All right, let's get started. Yeah, don't be shy. Yeah, come on. You survived for 2 years, now for 2 days. Congratulations for being here. I hope you enjoyed the presentations. Now we are going to watch what each and every one of you has done for the last 2 days. You have an HDMI cable where you can connect to. You have 5 minutes for the presentations, so please be careful with the timing. I have the right to cut you off, so please don't be... Well, they should be 10, but you have 5 minutes to prepare and 5 minutes to present. So try not to get above that. And we're going to have... Where's the hat? I'm going to say the names of the teams. So the first team you hear has to come, and then I'll say 2 more that should be prepared to come next. Okay, so you should choose 2 games that you like. So be patient, watch whatever is being presented, and you have to like some game and vote for it later on. So watch what is really being presented here. Don't watch your phones or whatever. I know it's going to be, let's say, a bit boring at some points, but yeah. It will be long, all right? I know. So the first team is Buggy Bucks. Da. The next 2, Snooze and NPZ Isker. How do you want me to pronounce it? NPZ. What does it mean? Научно-промишлена зона Искър.
So during the development, we did some research, and we found out that there are approximately 10 quintillion bugs on the planet Earth. And according to games lore, they have rejected human domination and become the new rulers of the planet. After all, it's much more comfortable to sleep in a bed than to crawl in sewage or under rocks. But then another problem arose. If there are less than 8 billion people on our planet, we assume that they all sleep in bed, which is not true. It still turns out that 1.2 billion bugs are fighting for a single bed. And this is actually how conflict broke between the new planetary masters and began endless tournaments for mastery of the most gracious place on Earth. This is the human bed. The most spectacular fights were between stag beetles, Еленофругач, името на бръмбара, with powerful jaws that can reach 7 centimeters in length. But also, when they hold a pillow in their jaws, they sometimes exceed a meter and can literally sweep their smaller opponents off the bed. So this is Bedding Bugs, name of our game. a fighting game with the use of a sleep mechanic with a separate button for it. While being in sleep mode, you are vulnerable to easy attacks. However, sleep also energizes you and make it easier to defeat your opponent or yourself. Because you can easily sleep off the bed. Here we demonstrate. The little bug above is trying to attack, but it falls. And this is game over. Game over for the player. And how did we came up with the idea? We wanted to make a game with simple but fun mechanics that leave some room for strategical thinking. We came up with the high risk, high reward idea for the sleep mechanic and put it into a player versus player battle arena. Eventually we came up with the theme of pillow fight and bed as arena. Since the arena needed to be big, the size of the player changed to those of a small bug. We wanted to focus on quality over quantity. This is why the mechanics are just a few. However, we offer a lot of juice like sound and visual effects, particles, animation, etc. We're going to demonstrate all this. The gameplay is simple. Apart from the classic top-down movement, you can punch with the right mouse button or trigger the sleep mechanic with the left one. The number above indicates the power level. We can barely see a little green number above the bed, the bug. We'll see better in seconds. Additionally, there are pillows that spawn randomly and block your movement or help you to hide from your opponent. You win by punching your opponent outside the bed or letting him fall by other means. As we saw, he can do it himself well enough by himself. And we are going to demonstrate. It is possible for new bugs to appear eventually on the game, but no panic, bugs are essential for our game anyway. It supports Windows, Linux, and unofficially Android, as well as local and cross-platform online play. We're entering the spooky atmosphere of our best-selling game. As you see the numbers showing the power, it was 100, and that's it.
The mechanics involve obviously a pillow fight, and you have to punch your opponent outside of the bed. The second mechanic is sleeping. When you fall asleep, you get some energy. So you start walking really fast and smacking really fast, and the goal is to basically do that until one of you falls off. If someone is sleeping, while they're sleeping, you can actually punch them to wake them up and stop their energy recharge. And you can even end up, if someone is not careful and they fall asleep near the edge, you can just push them off directly. There are a lot of ways to think of strategies. You can hide behind pillows to get to basically fall asleep without as much risk. Sometimes if you get too much energy after you've slept for a while, you can go so fast that you don't have the time to turn and you fall off by yourself. Does anyone want to give it a try?
Sure, you're welcome to try. And it's nice that after every victory, a new set of pillows respawn, so that changes the field. So you have to adapt to the new terrain.
Is that all?
Yeah, the last thing we would like to thank to the music composer's team for adding melody that suits pretty well to the game. And also we want to thank to our game testers from another team, the conductors, for testing the early version of the game and giving useful feedback. Thank you.
Nice. Buggy bugs, everyone. So next, it's news. And until they're arranging, yeah. So nepeze iskr, and afterwards, it's not oh shit. 75% twos or 2s? 2s? All right. Know how your names are pronounced. Good luck.
Good morning. So I'll start off with the kind of premise of what our game is. We decided to take the approach of sleep from a more generalized kind of approach. So we have a game about slapping each other to wake each other up. That's the core mechanic.
I have one question, please.
Yes. Yes. Technical difficulties. So we have for our game 2 characters made by our 3D modeler. We have another programmer who's done all the back-end architecture, and we got our and we got a planet. So we actually designed our game for multiplayer, but for split-screen multiplayer with 2 Xbox controllers. The idea is that you're going to see these little creatures in a second, that the whole purpose is to put them to sleep. You are a sandman in essence, but if you don't put them to sleep in time, they turn into they turn into nightmares. And your job is to put them to sleep before that timer decides to run itself to 0, and if you do, you get points, provided they can shoot. There we go. So the side fact of this game is you have a sleepiness meter, and that sleepiness meter defines whether or not you're going to die or not. But the only way you can recover it is by slapping the fuck out of each other. So that is the general idea for the game. We were very inspired by a lot of the old split screen games or games like Overcooked, where it's kind of like malicious intent. You're trying to irritate each other at the same time, because it's not just like slapping's useful, it pauses your movement and everything for a second. There will be a point in which enemies completely overcome the game and they will not be able to survive anymore. But yeah, do you want to say anything? No? That's fine. I'm way too sleepy for this. Does anyone want to try? Yeah, go for it. Come up. So to play, when the game starts, I need to explain Bulgarian, it's fine, I'm not going to bother with that. So right trigger to shoot. And aim with right stick. But try not to get hit by the nightmares, otherwise they put you to sleep and you lose. We tried to get as many dual mechanics into our systems as possible, but it ended up just being a smash each other game instead. Pretty much the intent. Our characters actually, on that note, they are legless and only have one arm, but the arm is humongous. It expands when we hit to emphasize the whack. Yeah, that's our game.
Thank you very much. Snows everybody.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Nepeze Iskar. And after that, 75% to us, and after them, let's see who comes. The boys.
Boys или books? Boys, да.
It says boys, right?
Yeah, the boys.
Sure. I would like to begin by telling you, no, I'm going to tell them about the creative process, Chris. And the creative process starts very difficult with the question, what would you do if everyone everywhere fell asleep? And since I'm currently missing a tooth, I figured I'll steal their teeth. And that is what our game is about. It is about stealing teeth from sleeping people. And we've actually written kind of a war about it. And now I'm going to pass the microphone to Wucho to tell you about the story of our game.
Thank you. So when it comes to a difficult and very intriguing story, is that better? Yeah, okay. When it comes to the lore of our game, it is very, very complicated, very, very difficult. Imagine a world where a plague roves the streets. Imagine a world when you can't even go out to do whatever. The plague is everywhere, and it threatens your teeth. That's right. Every single one of your 32 pearly whites is threatened by this plague. This disease promises, first of all, to reach you, all of you, and second of all, to rid you of all your teeth. As soon as this plague comes to the streets, panic ensues. Everyone goes mad. I want my teeth. Don't get me wrong, I love them. But when suddenly everyone has no teeth, they suddenly become very, very valuable. And so only the richest can afford to change their teeth into something that is actually valuable. The story is this. There is the so-called golden cavity oligarchy, which basically has the money to pay for their golden teeth. These teeth are very expensive, and only a very small portion of the population has them. And they all decided, hey, because we are so rich and we are so few, let's live together so we can protect each other. So they built the, what was it called? The Golden Cavity Mansion. Okay, this is the headquarters of the Golden Cavity oligarchy. This is where every single 0.001% richest of the population live. Now, our main character is Blago because he doesn't have a tooth. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Basically, this guy used to be a dentist. Let me tell you, okay. Basically, this guy used to be a dentist, and he decided that he doesn't have any money anymore. And then, how should I get money? Well, I'll just throw a sleeping gas grenade into this mansion, and I'll just put everyone to sleep. And I'll go in, and I'll steal their teeth. And this is a story that precedes this game.
Okay, so teeth in those two main mechanics. One of which is walking is not normal, it is bopping, and you need to keep a rhythm and also be aware of where you are according to the enemies, because you don't want to wake them up before stealing their teeth. The other part is about stealing the thieves themselves. So we enter a very grotesque image of teeth. And so, because teeth have different qualities in a time of plague, they have different values. And so we need to tell which one is which.
We have a device for it, which works with audio, which itself does not work.
Okay, so I guess then we don't have audio. For whatever reason. But the idea is you check with the toothpick, which is the first item. Can you show the toothpick? Yeah, you check them. It says if it's which of the rarities it is, and then you need to take the tooth. And you need to do it quickly because your time is running out. Okay, so do it again. This is very good text. Be prepared. I couldn't prepare you. So you have a timer that runs out while the person is waking up, because pulling someone's teeth out is going to be a pretty wakeful task. And here you can tell that we don't know how to use colliders in Unity. You can go to the other people, check for their teeth. They don't reset for whatever reason again. It is just a stealing teeth game. I think that's about it.
Very nice. Yeah. The boys to prepare. And then the conductors.
Hi, we are 75% US, and firstly, yes, and first I'm going to explain how we came up with this idea. We were brainstorming and came up with an idea we loved. It was having two worlds, one real and one a dream. And that is how we came up with our game, which is called I Had a Bad Dream. The first thing you see is our main screen, followed by a brief tutorial. It shows you only the main mechanics of the game and the first enemies. This is all happening in the world of your dreams. Once you pass the level, you wake up and you start your usual morning routine by reading the local newspaper. Once you read it, you go to work and you happen to have some free time, which you can fill with some activities like going to the gym, going to the bank, going to the church, or going to an art class. Then you go home and you fall asleep again, and you go to the world of your nightmares. There you have an amazing metal, 8-bit metal, which is our background music. And he's a noob, so he died. You have actually 3 types of enemies. The first one is a zombie, the one you saw in the tutorial. The second one is a ghost, one that flies over and then explodes. And the third one is a special boss. You have 3 endings. Here is the... Not everyone is created to be a gamer. So... So you have 3 endings. The one that he will probably meet is when he fails the nightmare level too many times. Then you die, obviously. The second one is when you pass the level too many times. But surprisingly, this is also a bad ending. The actual point of the game is to read the newspaper, in which every day is an article for a murder. The weapon of this murder matches the weapon that you used the previous night in your nightmare. For example, this is a melee weapon, which is a sword, and the news are going to say, well, maybe someone was killed with a knife, or a sword, or an axe, a melee weapon. And you have to read it and maybe think, what if I am the problem? This is not mainstream thinking, but maybe I am the problem, I am the killer. And what should I do? Stop killing. So, how you pass the game? How you beat the game? You beat the game once you pass a level without killing any enemies. To help you with this amazingly hard task, these seemingly insignificant daily tasks actually give you buffs. And everyone gives you a different buff. The church lessens the count of the enemy. Maybe someone else can try if someone wants to. Does anyone want to try the game? Go.
That's definitely easier than Dark Souls.
Go back, go to the platform and... Great, success! You can choose your own buffs. You can... So this is our game.
Yeah. And now the boys.
Това са кондукторите и Sus Retrieval.
After the boys are the conductors and tooth retrieval.
All right. Hello, guys. We're the boys with 3 Z's because of sleep, and puns get really fun when you explain them in front of a stage. So the game that we're finally presenting, for those of you that weren't in the room while we were scrapping design after design after design, is yeah, it's called Explosive Nightmares, because that's our design process. So yeah, we were building a platformer, and then we scrapped that, and then we were building a dungeon crawler, and that didn't happen. So we're now flying through the skies of a soon-to-be apocalypse, trying to save ourselves by staying awake, because sleep is for the weak and the dead. So yeah, our guy is called Sleeping Tom, and he doesn't look good because he's been doing what we've been doing, drinking energy drinks non-stop. So I fucking see the future now. Sorry. So yeah, let's double give him a run of the game. So yeah, in the future we do have jetpacks, so that's great. But we also have flying sheep with rocket launchers, so it balances it out. Like cool stuff around the screen that you're seeing, the art that Elmo inspired on our side is destructible in the foreground, and we have a nice parallax background, which is super cool. Yep, the billboards you're seeing dynamically get their own pictures out of a random pool of stuff, and we can't spell mustache, obviously. So the loose condition of the game is obviously you get tired down and die, which is gonna happen in a little bit because not everybody's good at the game. Nah, like take your time. We only have 5 minutes. All right. So yeah, a simple loose screen, and then you can go again or go to the starting screen. I'll use the time to help to thank the guys in the booth for providing the sound for my game. It's the first time that I've been in a project that has sound in it for like 5 straight game jams. So like, thank you guys, you've been great. The win condition is obviously related to all the coffee and energy drinks you can get while running this thing. You need to fill that coffee bean bar over at the, which side of it? Your left side. And yeah, again, like I love the art. I love the art style that we have, and I hope you guys like it too. That's my team right here, and they've been awesome, and they've let me ramble on and on and on. So that's been great. Thank you, and let's see a win condition now, if we can. Yeah, it might take a little bit. You either win or we don't show that. Can we do it in post-production? Like, imagine it. Yeah, he's at 1 HP and like things are looking good. Like, woo! Thank you.
All right, the conductors, welcome. Да. Filthy casuals to be prepared again with tooth retrieval.
hello guys. So, do we have a screen? We don't have visuals. Okay, so in the meantime, so for our project, basically we were thinking about dreams and nightmares. And sometimes when you go to sleep, you're dreaming something and you're not quite certain, is this a good dream or is this a bad dream, and what's going on? Is this going to be a nightmare? So this is what inspired us to make Dream Station. And in Dream Station, you are having a dream, you're at a station, and all of your choices change the dream gradually. They can either push it in a good or bad direction, and you can reach a multitude of endings, and it can turn into a real nightmare, or it can turn into a very pleasant, very relaxing dream. So it's a text-based web game. We are only 3 people, so we try to improvise to do the best with our resources. Everything that you see, the art, none of us are artists, but we used AI art to get all the images done in about 24 hours. So let's see some gameplay. So here is a central hub, and you probably can't read everything, so we'll just give you a quick tour. So here you have a few options. You can board the train. You know it's not your train and you want to get out, but you can try boarding it. So let's try boarding the train and see what happens. And so when we board the train, and we need to wait for things to load, so go on, and we're going to have immediately some situations and some options. Go on. Click it. So we are going to immediately be presented with some choices. So for example, here comes the conductor and he starts asking us some questions. What are you doing here? Is this your train? Do you have a ticket? And of course, you can try to weasel your way out of the situation, or you can try to be honest and see what happens. You can lie. Let's see what happens when you lie. So you can say, okay, I have a ticket, and then he's like, no, you don't. Sorry, I got confused, for example. And of course, he's not going to be happy because lying is bad, kids. And this is going to push our dream a little bit more into a nightmare. So let's go on. And we can try some of the other things. You can see the environment is going to start changing. So for example, there is a woman, we can talk to her. And she's a bit distressed. She has some troubles in her life, and we're going to go through a conversation, and she's going to start talking to us, and we can try to listen. Let's try to listen, for example. But then she is not going to believe us. She's going to ask us some questions to see we're actually listening to what she was saying. And so depending if you can answer, let's say you can't, choose the wrong answers here. And so she can get very, very angry, and actually you'll see very soon what happens to her. So our dear lady ends up killing herself in front of the tracks, and so we are pushed deeper and deeper into the nightmare. So we can keep going on, and now the station has completely changed, and the music has changed, and we have a completely different set of options now. And at this point, you can go back, like these nightmarish scenarios that we're now getting have a possibility to be played in the correct way, to get back and then to redo your actions should you choose to, and get all of the better endings and improve the dream state so it's not lost until it's lost, and it's not won until it's won. But let's keep going. So here we can wallow in misery under a bench and kind of be hard on ourselves. And again, we have different choices. How do we deal with misery? We try to pull ourselves up, but let's pull ourselves up. No, up. Okay, you try to pull yourself up. Never mind. Okay, so here we're being generous to ourselves. We're just chilling under the bench. That's okay. Sometimes we have hard times, and this is going to give us a little bit of a relief. Go bad. Bad choice. Let's show them the nightmare. So let's go on. And so here we have people judging us, and we're obviously very intimidated by this. And let's go to the sewers. And so we're going to get into a classroom under the sewers of the train station, and we're going to get some quizzes from our favorite teacher from high school. And so let's do some choices here. So we're going to get some quizzes. And
let's choose badly this time just to see what happens. And you can try playing the game and see if you can get them right. And so here, let's keep going. And so we end up forever stuck in an eternal classroom under the ground. And so this was one playthrough that ended up in a nightmare, and maybe you want to try it and see if you can reach a good serene dream and what happens and how you can beat all the challenges. Apparently 2 more minutes, so we can quickly show you some of the better things. And also, we just want to say huge thank you to the music team that helped us a lot to provide us with the beautiful soundtracks. And of course, all of the people around us who play tested and gave us some advice and their opinions were very much appreciated. So here things are starting to get better. We're going towards a more positive dream, and we're flying towards the roof of the train station. And so here we're going to get a little bit of a mini game. So here, if your mouse hovers over the ground, you're going to fall. So you have to very carefully navigate your mouse towards the sky. Let's go towards the sky. And here we're going to fly way above the station. And I think we have just one dream left. And we're going to plant a tree that's going to grow. And lots of people are going to come and going to see the tree. And we'll get the option to either intervene with them or kind of let them just chill with the tree. And so you can see what happens when you intervene or don't intervene with various characters. And so this is just going to take a little bit of a while because the tree is patience and things take time to grow. We don't have to rush them all the time. And so very soon, with just a little bit more patience, the tree is going to grow and you're going to see a good ending. Has turned into nature and into a beautiful meadow with flowers and trees and life.
And now tooth retrieval, please. Welcome on stage. Then filthy casuals to prepare and tsunami.
Hello everyone, today we are going to be showing you our game Tools Retrieval. First of all, who are we? I am Matej and here's my friend Irina. We are 12th grade students in 2S. In order to make the game, we used Unreal Engine and our graphics were made in Blender. So what is the purpose of our game? You are the Tooth Fairy and you're trying to take Darva's tooth from her bedstand. But you have to be careful, don't make too much noise or else you'll wake up Darva or her parents. Also, there's a limited time that you have to get the tooth, or else the sun will rise and you will be revealed. There are lots of challenges that we faced. First of all, some of us had to learn how to use Blender. Also, we had to deal with poor Wi-Fi and program crashes. We had very limited time and we had to deal with Unreal Engine. We couldn't make much of what we wanted, but in the future, we could add more levels and bigger rooms or even a house to explore. Maybe some wings for the fairy, improved graphics, which is a must, and more obstacles, like pets, noisy objects, and other stuff. Now we have prepared a short demo of the game. Here's the main screen. Here's some info about what the game's about, as it already said. And now let's play. Here we are on Darwa's desk. You can see her in the distance, and we have to sneak to her tooth. We have to be careful not to touch those noisy balls. Here's the noise meter. I will touch one of them, and it generates some noise. Now I will try and jump on the nightstand. It's a little bit tricky. Okay. I think I might lose this game. Okay, unexpected crash. Nope. I swear it doesn't happen usually. Okay, screw it. I'm losing on purpose. I made too much noise. Okay, let's try again. Almost. We almost made it. No. No. Almost. I can do it. I swear that usually doesn't happen. Yes, we're teabagging a little bit. I swear that's an intended function. Okay, forget about the tools, let's bail. And our time ran out, we got caught. Let's try again. Third time's the charm. We did it! But wait, there's more cubes. And we won. Now I can show you a bit more about around the room. And let me show you Darwa herself. Look at her. Why? What's wrong? Look at her. Now let's lose on purpose again. And that's our game.
All right, thank you very much. Now we have the filthy casuals. And then Tsunami. Let's see who is the third one that should be prepared. Next Art Studios. Prepare after the Tsunami.
Hey guys, how are you? We're the Filthy Casuals. We're casual game makers. And we're filthy because we compensate our lack of skills with no sleep. Today we'll be talking about our game, the Lucid Dream. This is a game about very specific moments that most of you have probably lived through, maybe all of you. And for this I want you now to imagine the following scenario. You're at home, you're sleeping, and you suddenly have the urge to pee. You of course have to go and pee. But there's a huge problem with this. The light from your lamp, because it's very irritating for your ears, because it's very bright. You've been sleeping, it's dark in the room. And this is our game actually. This is a game about the light that's getting into your eyes. And the way this game is actually meant to be played is not by using a regular controller, but by using face recognition. This game works. This character moves only if your eyes are closed, so you can't really see his movement. Now, because, as I said, we compensate our lack of skill with no sleep, we don't have this implemented, but we have a mechanic that will demonstrate the idea with a simple animation. This will be the first level that we show you, and the second level will not have this implemented, so you can see the animations with it, because all of the art of this game is created by us. We haven't used any prefabs or anything else, and we drew everything by hand. So, Nicola, this is the beginning of the game. As you can see, the character only moves if you can't see him moving, and he's sleeping. He's sleepwalking. There are multiple things in the room that are getting in his way. For example, this plant. Plants are very dangerous when you're sleepy and trying to go pee. So are cats. As you know, cats make a lot of noise. If he bumps into this cat, his whole adventure will be ruined. Fortunately, we also have a light switch. The light switch helps us, but it also gets in the way. Because, as you can see now, the evil sleep paralysis demon is not present, but our sleep meter is filling in faster. The sleep meter is represented by a balloon full of piss. If this balloon bursts, we lose the game. Fortunately for us, oh, you can even see the puddle. Okay, now Nicole will try to do this again. Maybe avoid the water. It might make you peer. Okay, we're traversing the environment. Actually, the whole idea of this game is to traverse the environment with this huge handicap that is you can't see. We have multiple levels and multiple designs and puzzles not implemented in the game, and what you see here is actually a stripped down version that was coded 10 minutes ago. We really want to show you the sounds because we had a sound designer. Okay. Come on, reach the porcelain throne, please. That was not a bug, that was a feature. Okay, sorry you're seeing this screen a lot. If you bump into objects, you're slowed down because the objects bump back. Okay. And the final stretch. Okay, so After this huge success, we will now show you the second level, which has a bit more features, just to represent that this idea actually works. But we won't see the closing eyes, and you will actually be able to see the animations. Okay, so the sunflowers only dance if the lights are on, and you can't pass through them. This is the tutorial part of the level. We also have an issue because now we have a sleep paralysis demon on our front door. This is a big issue because he can't be avoided. So after you've learned that putting on the lights is sometimes not a good idea, you can try again without bumping into the cat, which is noisy. We of course have grass in space. This is because you're half asleep and most of the time you're actually dreaming. Push the table into the hole, yes. We pass, yes. And we really wanted to show you the other 20 levels we made, but they are on scrap pieces of paper and don't exist. So this is all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. And after that P event, let's have the tsunami. I hope not from Peace, of course. We have after that Next Art Studios to prepare, and let's see which team is next. And after the Next Art Studios, we have Unstable Conclusion.
Hello guys, we're Team Tsunami and we're gonna present today our game Sleep Motion. I'm Martin, I'm a designer. Ivan is a designer. We have three 3D artists, Antonetta, Anton and Nikki. And Tani is our programmer. He's gonna be controlling the game. Basically, we had a pre-production period where we were brainstorming our game, and through iterative process we got to around 10-ish ideas, game ideas. Some of them were concerning the good side of dreaming, some of them were concerning the bad side of dreaming, like nightmares. But at the end of that process, we got to three candidates, and the whole team discussed it, and we chose one idea. That idea is basically very hugely influenced by a tech that we're using called Leap Motion, and our game is called Sleep Motion. Basically, this is 3D version of Minesweeper in a way. It's a huge influence. So basically, we choose how to develop. When we chose how to develop the game, we first started with thinking about 3D assets, and we chose a 30-sided polyhedron made out of rhombuses. This is going to be our playfield, the place that we diffuse, basically. And all the rhombi faces can have a bump on top of them, and you have to basically diffuse them. You see this polyhedron, basically. The hands are controlled by our programmer, and he basically can move the polyhedron with his hands to search for where to put the plates. These plates that are flying by our diffuser, the diffusal in investigation system. When a block that is placed is green, that means there is one nearby mine next to a site. Two. Basically, if it's red, it means 4 of the sides are close to a mine. If it's blue, it's 1, and if it's yellow, it's 3. We have a progress bar underneath showing our oxygen. When that oxygen runs out, the game is over. Yeah, game over. And the idea here, is portrayed by the planet. Basically, our protagonist is a space ship pilot, and he has a task to defuse this bomb. Basically, it is the bombs. Like the bombs are basically AI malware that you have to defuse, and our task is to basically defuse it. Yeah. The blocks, you can pick them up and place them inside of the polyhedron. If you manage to put all the pieces that are flying by and not hit a mine, you win the game. If you have 3 of the black tiles show up, that means you've activated the malware, and that's all. That's it. You lose the game. And you have the timer again as the oxygen. And you have a countdown on how much lives you have left, and how many tiles are flying by, and you have to catch and put in. The game is entirely made out of our own assets, 3D assets. It's not balanced per se, and we have scrapped some content because we didn't have the time to put in everything we wanted. But yes, this is our game. Thank you. Does anyone want to try it out? Okay, come in. Yes, you can both try with one hand per person. This is the detector here. Yeah. Okay, look at this. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, this is the multiplayer versus mechanic. Yeah, that's a bomb that they have activated. The AI malware. They have 2 lives left. At the moment, it's not balanced, and again, we needed to balance it a bit further, but no time was left for that. So at the moment, it's pretty hard to win the game. Yeah, 1 life left, and the oxygen is going down. That means that they have the 3 blocks. So be careful, one of those 2 next to the yellow one is a bomb. There's not Yeah. Thanks. That's it.
Thank you very much, Tsunami, once again. Next, our studios, please. Welcome on stage. And after them, the unstable conclusion. And after the unstable conclusion, let's see what comes next. The puns. The puns.
Hello guys, how's everyone? I want to say that I'm very glad to be here. It's truly an amazing experience. Thank you everyone. I cannot believe that we're gonna be after the most cool and technologic game, and ours is more like casual flash game vibe, old school, you know, like. So how we came up with this idea, we wanted something very simple and fun. We were thinking of something that you could be playing before you go to bed, exactly. But yeah, our team is consisted of a musician, an artist, and two programmers. One of who am I, and yeah. We really wanted something that combines fun, simple, and replayable, because most of the things are randomly generated with some RNG. And yeah, that's about it. We hope you enjoy the game, and we're going to show you some gameplay now. So basically, the idea is that you have to wake up before your alarm goes off, and your alarm goes off at 8 a.m. and you're too busy dreaming, and you have to finish your dreams before you wake up, and or no, you're gonna be late for work. Let me just increase the volume. Oh no, late again for work. Oh no. I'm not sure that we configured the mechanics correctly, but yeah, the game is for very hardcore gamers with very quick reflexes. Like you can see, you have to look at the path of the meteorites to calculate where you exactly have to go so it doesn't hit you. And for the demons, you have to be very fast, and you go from the demons to the game that you have to think. Like you go from the dreams to the nightmares, and yeah, as you can see, I'll just shut the fuck up for a second. Excuse me. So you can enjoy the game. And yeah, you have to be very fast. It's like really hard. And yeah, everything is hand-drawn, no used assets. The music is made by us. We haven't used anything from free sound, I can guarantee you that. So it's 100% handcrafted, and I hope that it gives a charm and something that you imagine playing in your childhood, and you stay late up at night, and you fight demons and navigate between the stars and shoot for the moon in your dreams. Thank you very much. We are next up to you.
Where are the others? I was wondering. Said the other people.
So the musician has to do the audio for the theater. There's a performance there. Our programmer went somewhere because he's very shy. And yeah, I'm the other programmer, and that's the artist that drew everything. Thank you.
Bravo, thank you very much. And now we have the unstable conclusion. Unstable. Then the puns, and after them, can you open it for me, please? Prostituya. Yeah, but it's mixed letters. I don't know how to read it. Prostutia probably, but it's prostotuya. Hi guys.
All right, hit the title screen. All right. Okay. So this year we decided to make a horror game, and the thematic of our horror game is AI. So we used AI to create a game about AI, and I'm starting to thinking that I'm AI right now because I haven't slept for 40 hours. But basically, we are making this horror game where you're not the crew members trying to survive, but you are the evil AI that is controlling the ship and trying to kill the crew members. So we are making some kind of a reverse horror game. And basically, let's see what we made. Dr. Brenner. Okay, so we are going to pass this phase. This is night phase. Basically, now we are just going to observe. We are the AI. We control this ship. These are the 4 crew members. We can see them right there on the right. So we have a doctor, a pilot, an engineer, and a soldier. We first task is to observe their routine. We can see by the icons that they have. Sometimes they have to work on the engines. Each of them has their own workspace. They have to eat. They have to sleep. They have to mingle around. And we should carefully watch the time, because after the day is closed, then we cannot act no more. Now, my colleague Dr. Brenner, I forbid him from acting with the utilities because we want to observe what are they doing. And soon we are going to have a night phase where we, as the evil AI, will mingle around and check how we are going to manipulate them into leading them to their own certain death. Now, they will be going to sleep. It's 00 o'clock, night phase. So now, during the night phase, there is a little time, but we can check some dreams that they are having. So let's check soldier, what the soldier is having. This looks like a clown. What the engineer? Clown. Use clown, definitely. So now we chose clown and jellyfish, but we are not going to use them right now because I want to focus on these utilities here. So as an AI, what we can do is manipulate their waypoints. We can do that by playing the door card, which is also taking some resources, and we can also play the light card, which can make them maneuver. So this guy wanted to check why this room is dark. I have to say that these cards are causing a sus, and we have a sus meter gun here. So 100% sus, we are dead. They know about us. They know we are sentient AI. They know we are a showdown, so they're going to kill us. We have to be careful. Now, we are not going to use the fear cards because I want to wait and make sure that you grasp the waypoint mechanics. So doors, lights, and this is, yeah, use this one. Let's emergency. So the engineer and the pilot are now going in the same room to fix the emergency. You can use that later because you're going to be using the fear cards to induce hallucination. This is basically your main way. So again, let's go to sleep phases and observe. Kids, mushrooms, doctor is alien. Okay, doctor alien and doctor and pilot what? Okay, let's chase the doctor. Let's chase the red one and close him. Try to lure him and close him somewhere in a tight space so we can play the doctor card. Okay. Close the door, close the door. Cool, play the doctor card. Oh, no, yeah, okay. Different dream. So maybe play the doctor on the pilot. All right. Try something else. Try. Experiment. Come on. I want them. See, these guys are now on 0 insanity. So we are doing so worse. We need. Okay. Wait, don't lose your sus. We will wait again for the next night, and our time is running. Day 6, and the ship is landing, so we are dead. We have to really carefully interpret the dreams and imagine what their fears are, because after that we have to choose our deck of fears carefully. Okay, fire. We will use fire. This is good dream. We don't not care. Okay, engine is drowning maybe, and clowns. Soldier is clowns. Doctor is fire. Okay, fire and clowns. Fire and clowns. Cool. Lure the red one somewhere. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, 34%. Unfortunately, we do not. We could use the fire on the red one. Cool. Yes, 34%. But we are running out of time, so we wasted 3 days. That's not good because we were showing you mechanics and stuff like that. You have to be really fast in order to play this game. But you can wait for the next night and choose 2 more cards. And also you can show the sus mechanics. If you spend more and more of these cards, the sus cost goes up, and you're getting more and more screwed. And then if you want, you can just die. Or no. Okay, let's do 1 more day and try to maybe. Okay, maybe 2 fires. Sometimes they happen to have the same fear, so lure them together and use the fire card on both of them. This would be nice because we will have a double damage. Use the fire when they're eating, like burn them. As you see, if you use this card and somebody else sees you who is not having this hallucination, their sus meters goes up, so you have to be careful. That's why you need to maneuver waypoints and make them go into tiny spaces and then like induce them their fears, like in Event Horizon or in Sphere and horror sci-fis like that. Okay, this is dead, so basically you're screwed. And this is, by the way, the AI machine from the previous game where you maneuver this, because we are sharing the same universe, like the MCU. And yeah, basically that's it. No AIs were harmed during development. Yeah, 4 guys, most of them designers. Last thing, we really wanted to make this game replayable. So these are not scripted things. Each time you play, different fears are going to become selected for each crew member, so you do not know whose crew members you're going to have, and you have a plenty selection of dreams to interpret. It's like 60 dreams and stuff like that. Plenty of stuff. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you.
Nice, thank you very much. Now let's welcome the puns. And after them, Prostutia. And after them, DevHub 1.
Hi guys, we're the puns, and by that I mean 3 stumps in Bulgarian with an English multiplication. So our game was developed, the idea of our game came during our discussion. And my job as in the team is a chief idea guy. And as a chief idea guy, I did the reasonable thing. I took all the ideas from my team and I scrapped them. Because I don't know why, but every iteration of whatever idea we had initially turned around every time vampire survivors. I have no idea why. So, our game is about sheep, as you can see. It's called Sleep, which is a pun that is on the level of what Hemingway would write, possibly. It came to me in a dream. So, this is our story. Once again, great writing, amazing screenplay. You are the sheep, Bao, and you must help your boss, Lord Ba, who hasn't slept in 666 days. And what idea for sleep would a sheep have? Of course, gather other sheep and make the boss sheep count it, so he can go to sleep. And what better place to find sheep than at a sheep farm? But there is a bit of a problem. After you climb the wall without permission from the farmers, you have to fight hoof and nail to gather all the sheep to manage to bust out of the gate and lead them to your boss so he can finally get some well-deserved sleep. Because being a boss of sheep is, let's say, not a pleasant business. So, you're currently gathering your flock, and as you can see, the music is very farmy. Nice, calm, string instrumentals. I don't know what this style is called. I call it elevator farm music. And as a leader of hungry sheep, you have to gather all of the hay because you're being chased by the angry farmers. Here my colleague will show how the... And yes. So, farmers are okay. They're just sleeping. See, they have Z's over their heads. That means they're sleeping. Ignore the blunt force trauma. So, after this little bit of intermission, your main goal is to gather 20 sheep, if I'm not mistaken, and during your, let's call it nightmare mode, to manage to bust out of the gate and lead your flock to freedom. All the farmers that are currently chasing you in your peaceful mode, if they catch you, they're going to steal a couple of your sheep and lead them away. Let them steal a couple of your sheep. And there you go. They led a couple of your sheep astray. But as a good shepherd, you're leading your flock and you dodge the farmers. And the farmers keep spawning because if you watch National Geographic, that's just how farmers work. If you have a farmer will spontaneously spawn within 12 hours. And there we go. All of the sheep are free now. The farmer is okay. The farmer is okay. So let's show what happens if you aren't nimble sheep and you don't have the demonic powers of heavy metal on your side. Come on, let them catch you. And there you have, you're all alone now. And the farmer catches you and you're now part of the farm. Our game, all of our assets are hand-drawn by our artist. And these are our code miners, which have kept the whole game jam in the code mines, mining code. This is the other overseer. We just made sure that everybody was doing their jobs. Also, he handcrafted the level. From my part, I only pitched at them. So this is our game. It is actually playable on tablet and mobile phones, which we didn't discover just like 10 minutes ago. It was planned. Though you're going to need a really beefy phone to actually play this. as the about 6,000 assets are going to melt your processor. As a final note, do not play Doom music on a sheep farm.
Thank you very much, guys. And now Prostotia. After them, DevHub 1. And after them, Team Morpheus.
Lights off, please. Hey guys, we are Prostotia, just these guys or whatever, and we created this game called Power Napper. You are Marine, and you live a silly little life, unsatisfying one, and you live in Lulin, and you kind of hate your life and want it to be something more, but you never do anything about it. And yeah, one day fate decides to show you that probably you should value your life and kind of traps you in this reimagined, stylized Lulin, where you need to escape. And the rules of this world are that you shouldn't go into deep sleep phase. If your energy bar depletes, you go into this phase and you die. So you need to power nap in between every action you take, so you keep your energy up and don't lose the game. So, volume up, maybe. So, here on the left, up left, here's the energy bar. If it depletes, you lose the game. If you sleep, it goes up. You can collect coins. These are stotinkies, and these could buy you a beer at the end of the level. You can hear the ambience. We hear the neighbors living their normal life. You also hear some neighbors screaming. These are just regular babushkas that are talking on the terrace. This is a wapka. This acts as a checkpoint where you go through it. It opens the doors, shows the newspapers. These are just falling air conditioners. Here are the cars of the people. Yeah, remember to sleep. You can probably try and die by not sleeping just to show it. Yeah, but you can see the character faints a bit and then dies. You can die from this air conditioner as well. So yeah, you kind of immerse yourself into the life of Lulin and collect as many stotinki as possible to buy beer at the end. Yeah, you can hear random voice lines from... Normally you hear them on the street, like Sasipaha ta država. Yep, so the secret mechanic here that we haven't spoken of yet is that when you jump and sleep, you kind of get higher, you lower your gravity, so you can jump and double jump in a longer distances. You always have the double jump, but by sleeping in the middle, you jump even further. Yeah, here we hear a bit of football from the Wafka. Yeah, yeah, I'll just shut up and let you enjoy the immersion. Yeah, this babushka throws her TVs. This one is from Sofia. She's very rich, so she can afford to have many TVs. So she's korenjačka in a sense. Yeah, but as you can see, we have 4 leva, 80 stotinki, and we are nearing the end of this level. Here, this is the park. Yep, and in the beginning, you saw the construction site of the tunnel. Yeah, there was some working going on there. And yeah, this is the beer shop where you can spend all your money. And if we restart the game, because we don't have a pause menu, yep, we can see the credits. So yeah, me and Austin Foreman were doing the programming. They are also involved in the game design a lot. I was acting more as a generalist. And Benzi helped us a lot with the sound. Everything you hear or see is created at this game jam. We don't do anything from elsewhere, only the run animation probably. And thanks to Ivan, we have this beautiful and immersive storytelling world. And that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Really fun, actually. Yeah, now Dev Hop 1, please. No, you can leave it there.
Sorry, I forgot to mention this is our level designer and the environment artist. Sorry.
It's a good day when the guy admits his mistakes.
Okay, so while we wait for them to set up everything, and so that we can actually show the game, I'm going to explain how we came up with the whole idea and how we actually managed to put around how much? Maybe 5 or 6 mechanics in the game? Because everybody wanted something from them as a mechanic to get inside, and I had to come up with an idea of how can we actually manage to do that and add everything. Basically, the Tower of Dreams is a board-like game where you climb up a tower and have sleep points and have to manage them to be able to climb up atop the tower and get to the bed and actually sleep. Above, up to the top, you will find different rooms which are good rooms and actually bad ones, and you have to choose wisely in which rooms you want to rest for a second and recharge those points, because some of them might add or some of them might actually take up from the points that you have. Basically, the little knight has been on a long journey and has become really tired. His only objective at this point is just to go to sleep at the closest bed possible. That, however, happens to be the bed at the top of the Tower of Dreams. Before he starts his last journey and finally getting a good sleep, he receives a warning from an unknown entity that this tower is really special and he has to be really careful with the good and evil dreams that are up there. Each dream is a different experience or a mini game with a different mechanic that the player has to use to actually complete the task there and either get more points or try not to lose the points if it's a hellish gate. There are also traps along the way in which you actually take your sleep, so you really be careful. You really have to be careful to try not to land on these specific pieces, and that is why we've actually made the cost of the moves accordingly, so that we encourage the player to go more into the unknown, into what he cannot see of the next steps, rather than just going one block by one. So now we're going to present the actual demo. Around 95% of the game are made by us, only the clicky sounds of the buttons are one of them, and the trees, because we just didn't have enough time for that. So as you can see here, he chose to move 3 steps upwards. On the top left, we can see how many energy we have, and when we go, let's say, we see a hellish gate over there, which is around 1, 2, 3 blocks. So if we move 3 more blocks to the gate, you can just go, like that. When we get inside of the hellish gate, we're going to be presented with the first mini game, which is a teleporting one actually. You have to shoot this little circus around with the left click, and with the right click you can teleport to them and try to solve the puzzle. If you want to, you can die here maybe. Let's try to jump out. Yeah, just go like that. So afterwards, as you can see, we have 2, 6, 8, 10 points, and we have nothing more because we failed. No, actually, yeah, 8 points because we failed the level. We lost 2 of our points that we can use. So let's go up 6, which is going to take 4 points, and we have no idea where we're going now. We're barely going to miss the angel one, but I think we can go for the next. So you can move 1 point upwards with our last point. No, we cannot actually, because the last one uses more points. So you can only move 3 spaces. Yeah. So as we said, we encourage the player to take longer shots, which take less. Yeah, he actually lost it. If you want to, you can try again and see if we can get inside. Yeah, go inside the angel one. So as you can see, if he moves 1 time, if he wants to move once, he's going to lose 3 points rather than only 1. So you can go 1 more ahead, and let's see what gate are we gonna go in. Okay, so here he has to go up, and with the right click, he has to hook up to every single. Okay, he actually fell before doing that. If you want to, you can guys change, and because this is our data designer, he hasn't played the game yet, so this is the first experience for him. Our team is consisted from 2 programmers, Bobby and Bobby. Costa, who did the 3D design of, as I said, almost everything, only the trees I believe are done from him, and the music as well, that we can see in the background. And my name is Lucille. I did the game design and all of the assemblies in Unity and some of the animations as well. Okay, we actually found a good one and we lost our lives again. Sad. Okay, so that's the point of the game. If you want to move to the top and win, you will have to, first of all, have some sleep, because I don't think any of us got that much. And think really careful about what your next move is, so you can move accordingly to the energy that you have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Really nice. And now Team Morpheus. And after them, the newbies. Or boobies. No, newbies.
Hi guys. So I'm sure all of you have heard that some people believe when you go to sleep you sort of disconnect your mind from your body, and we wanted to incorporate that into a game. So our idea was that you're in a dream or a nightmare possibly, and that you have to find your body inside your house so that you can wake up and you can move on with your day and do whatever it is you want to do. We've implemented a nightmare as well as a nicer dream, and you'll see once the game starts up what it sort of looks like. And yeah, so you'll see. There we go. We've made an OST as well. Our sound designer over here, Živko. Yeah, so the coders are me, Koyan, and Koyan. Character animation was done by Georgi. Yeah, and level design was done by Kosio. Yeah. VFX by Stefan. And we had Ivan do the graphic design, although I don't think he's here. Yeah. So you can start up the game. Here we go, we're inside the house here. So this is a nightmare level. And the idea is you have to find your body. See, you see him there, for example, on the bed sleeping. And if you interact with him, you wake up. We've also put a little quote on the bottom. We are like the dreamer who dreams, and then lives inside the dream. But who is the dreamer really? That's a quote by Monica Bellucci. Yeah. So every night your body's in a different place. So last night it was on the bed, but this night, for example, you can be on the couch, on the TV, watching TV, for example, or whatever else it may be. You can't go outside, the doors seem to be locked. You have a rest meter and a sanity meter. So the rest is based on how long it takes you to find your body, so how good of a night's sleep you get. You can, for example, oversleep, and that lowers your score. Or you can be too fast, and that also lowers your score. So you have to sort of find the sweet spot. And the sanity meter basically is related to the monster, or it should be. And they should have an effect on your next night's sleep, but that's not implemented yet. And that's the monster. So you saw it just grab you, so that puts you back at the start of the dream. So now the body's on the second floor, and you have to lure the monster out so that you can get to your body. So I think we just ran across a little bug maybe. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just continue on. There's your body on the floor next to your work desk. So, yeah, so next night is the nicer dream, if we start it up. You see the walls are normal now, and it's bright outside. So there's no real objective here. You just have to explore. In the future, it's not implemented yet, but there will be some kind of lore pieces you can read, for example, and that will sort of enhance the experience. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now the newbies, last but not least. That seems heavy. Probably because of the keyboard, not because of the PC.
The newbies. We were originally 3, but unfortunately our third guy decided that his burger has more to offer than us. So we have to do this on our own. And no, this was not a joke.
But there's free food here.
Yeah, but his burger has burgers. So I don't know. asking. Anyway, our game takes place in ancient Greece, in the city of Athens. It's called Conquer the Nightmare. In Conquer the Nightmare, you play as a Athenian general that has been tasked by the goddess Athena to return to the city, to rid it of creatures that plague it, and of course, because there's always something wrong in ancient Greece, the gods Morpheus, who is the god of dreams, and the god Erebus, who is the primeval god of darkness, has forged an alliance to take down the Olympians. Now, because of that, Athens suffers in an endless night, and so the citizens have been pretty much killed all. Now, as we start the game, we spawn in the general. This is one of the creatures you're going to face off in the city of Athens. Right now, Nikki's showing you the light combos, and here on the left, you can find a secret boss, a Cyclops, who is praying to Thanatos, the god of death. Now, you also have heavy attacks that you can use to stagger enemies, so you can take them down way easier than you would with light attacks. Now, the meter you can probably see on the bottom left of the screen is the meter that shows you how tired the general is. When the general is on the yellow bar, that means he can rest and regain all of his health. If the arrow that is below the meter goes to the red, that means that the general will enter a nightmare state. In the nightmare state, you can face off against an endless horde of enemies, and your only goal is to survive during that time-trialed arena. Now, so far, this has been a scaled-down version of Athens, simply because we were let know on the last minute that we would only have 10 minutes to show you the demo. But originally, the map was way bigger, had more areas, and the goal was generally to free up the citizens of Athens. That we took inspiration from God of War, or at least the old games, and Dark Souls. It's a bit of a weird mix to do it anyway. The arena is the second level. There is an endless amount of enemies here, and your only goal is to survive. And yes, this was not part of the plan. Our own game. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Well, as everybody had 10 minutes, now the team here has 10 minutes to order here some screenshots and whatever. And after that, you can vote. So think about what kind of games you saw, which one you like the most. You'll have 2 pieces of Lego, and you can vote through it. So Of course, don't vote for your own game, vote for the others. I'm not sure, can you make advertisements now in these 10 minutes? Okay, so whoever wants to play somebody else's game, I guess you can do that now. Everybody, just 2-3 minutes more, and then we close the voting. So if somebody hasn't voted, please come on the stage.
Моралните победители, брат. Моралните победители сме ние. Какво да нямаме гласове? Но пък възраждане имат, да не са по-добри. Спирки ли сте усата? Всеки път, като получа презентациите, съм някакъв атас, това какво трябваше да направим, за да сме някакви, да пикъпнем рандом блок на хора. Само трябва да се отливим, метала на овцата и така нататък. Всеки път се концентрирам прекалено много. Аре да билдим нещо, дед бачка. Да, нека да е малко, нека да е като, нека да е механика, които разбираме и така. Колко се асоциира с презентацията. Да се асоциира всеки смешки. И това беше survival с дискусията за отварянето. Защото пък имахме механиката, имахме платформа, контролера за плеер за код, но това имат сторито в главата си, което е ниско бюджетно за продъкшн. Щяхме да сме приключили играта в събота в късния след обяд и да мога да я даваме на хора в ръце и да се пръснат и да бъдат. Това е толкова план, че който е станал с избитите, беше забавен. Аз преди ще отидеш, ще правя административен слон. Извиняй, вече съм бил. Няма да правя. Ще правя в момента поддържам типът системата на компанията. Тук няма да има SOFIA Game Jam януари, защото филм няма време да го организира, защото останало супер приятел, който е дал супер много време. И се надграждаш на предходното. В контекста от някъде. Или получи някаква оферта там в партньорството за Game Jam Plus или така. Или на праска. Да каже малко, че не съм гледал някъде.
So we're done with voting. I'd like to ask you to be seated because we don't want you to know who wins. Not until a few minutes.
So I know you are impatient. Let's get started with the finals. As the Americans like to say, everybody is a winner. So you win two things. First, you can go home and sleep. And second thing is you can get the Legos for your game as, let's say, as a remembrance from this event. So, Philip, would you erect the towers? Dajmo. And this is our first place. Mixed Space Adventures or whatever the name was. You can come here, please. Bravo, bravo, bravo. So the first place, we have a prize from Ubisoft and from Creative Assembly, but first, Ubisoft. Bobson, that's a long one. And now we have the prizes from Creative Assembly. That seems heavy. Just to say, once again, your applause for the winners. You can go off stage now, please. And here's the second place. Sleep. Yes, your awards are by Chaos. And who wants to take the tower? It's a long one again. Bravo. Yes, our second place. Sleep. Bravo, bravo. You can go off stage now. Thank you very much. And third place. Many people's favorite seems. Oh, which one? Which one? Which one is very close? It's Life in Lulin.
And the award is provided by 11-Bit Studios. It is given by Philip. Yeah, this is the first hour that's shorter than my microphone, so you can take it proudly at home. Yeah, and Philip wants to say something else.
The special prize from Creative Assembly.
All right. And I know Philip wants to share a few sensitive words about the next events, but he's shy. Would you like one?
Аз ще ви говоря на български, защото е по-лесно. Може би знаете, може би не знаете, но това всъщност е първото от 3 събития, които са посветени на гейм индустрията. Второто, което ще бъде следващата седмица, събота и неделя, 19-20 ноември. Целодневно на същото място в тази зала ще имаме цял ден лекции посветени на гейм индустрията. И даже, може би не знаете, но един от лекторите е тук. Алекс Токмакчиев. Ще имаме много готини лектори от български гейм студия, ще имаме от чуждестранни също така. Всичките съм ги подбирал лично. Ще имаме и специален втори водещ, Виво Венелин Тончев. Да ви издам малко от лекторите, освен Алекс, който ще говори за разликата между UI, UX и какво беше третото? UR, дизайн, нали така, в игрите. Гост от Швеция ще ни бъде Веселин Ефремов. Той е създател на филма Адам. Може би сте чували за него, може да не сте чували. Той е принципал, креатив директор в Unity Technologies. Идва от Швеция, от Стокхолм. Поканили сме и също така Йонас Кирацес. Мисля, че е името му. Той е райтър в Croteam, той е писал The Taos Principle 1, сега работи над The Taos Principle 2, както и над последния 4-ти серия сам. Това са ни чуждестранните лектори, но мисля, че ще бъдат много интересни и ще имаме супер много български лектори от Ubisoft, от Creative Assembly, Kipi Interactive, сумати, смисъл, отидете на sofiagamejam.com, ще видите всичките яки хора, които сме подбрали за конференцията. Мисля, че ще се изкефите. Цял ден е, безплатно е в тази зала. Супер лесно сме го направили. Ако имате интерес в гейм индустрията, очевидно имате. Донесете свои приятели, елате и вие. И мисля, че ще станете свидетели на много готини лекции. Благодаря. Да, ще бъде изстримвано, както това, което сега се случи. Ще бъде стримвано онлайн в YouTube и в Facebook. Благодаря.
Thank you very much. And before we close the event, as Steve Jobs says, we have one more thing. So, Creative Assembly would like to make a special award. They will say for which team and why.
So, that's the thing. What actually brings us in this event today? It's not the competition itself, but it's the passion, guys. Because I see very familiar faces. I know they are actually working in the industry. I'm very proud of you that you're being here today because that means you don't lose your passion. And it's very important. And something very important, next time when you start to present your game, start from the team. This is the most important thing. Because it doesn't matter you're Polish, it doesn't matter how complex is the game. It's actually the team that's make the difference. So the prize that we want to give right now is for the clean art. And as Leonardo da Vinci says, the simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. That's why the rewards today is going to the sheep again. Good job.
Thank you, Creative Assembly. And let's wrap it up for this year. Thank you very much for joining SOFIA Game Jam. I wish you all the best and see you again next year. Bye.